Alrighty, hello everyone. I'm about to make a tutorial on the LCU driver for League of Legends, which stands for League Clients Updated, and we're going to use Python only. If this doesn't fit you, I have another video on how to use the API on JavaScript for League of Legends. This kind of stinks in comparison because it doesn't give you live information about the user, and it also has a limit on how many requests you have unless you have a final project done. Alrighty, let's close this. If you want to learn about that, I have another YouTube video on it. I only have like 4 videos up, and all my videos are unscripted. Maybe I might have done it 4 times because I stuttered myself to death, but just hang with me. I'm just trying to get this out to you guys because I'm working on a project for my school, and if you guys can all just make amazing applications with this, then I'll I'll hop along and enjoy all of them. So if you have any questions, make sure to leave a comment. All of these links will be put in the description. So the first thing you'll need is the LCU driver itself. It helps you with the reading, with going to the port and looking for updates from the client. And you will have to do everything it says to do. Make sure to do it. It will recommend you to use Rift, Rift Explorer. It's extremely helpful. If you can get that to work on your computer, it will help you so much. But if you can't, like me, I don't know why NPM was messing with me today, but I have to end up using this, which the only stinky thing about it, actually, it's not that bad. I'll be honest. It's pretty good. But you can actually run live requests through this. Alrighty, we're going to close this. And we're going to look at some code. This is what you're here for, right? So you're going to make sure to import JSON because that's what the information sent from League of Legends itself and the clients are in. And if you can just turn it into readable format for the code and then use it, it's so much helpful. So much help, correction. And from LCU driver, you want to import connector, which is you're going to instantly do this with. This will not work if you do not have it pip installed like the website tells you to. Make sure to go on that website, check what to do. And we're going to skip this for now. We'll come back with it. So this connection, it will run when you are connected to the League servers. Now, I'm going to have a look at my League of Legends client. Currently am logged into the League of Legends servers. I'll log out real quick. So this is currently considered not inside of it. Now you can make programs that instantly, once you open this, it'll type, but I don't know if that works anymore since I think it doesn't even, yeah, I think it opens with you not clicked in there anymore. I think that's the outdated thing. I looked up a tutorial on that before. You can go look up that yourself. So this will tell you, oh, you've connected to the League of Legends server. This one will tell you when you disconnected, of course, and you can write certain functions to work that inside of those times. But I just have this to showcase that these actually work. Now, what this one does is it listens for certain messages that update your client and say, hey, you're in the champ select session. Let's talk about it, basically. It will send a message for a lot of things, and I'll show you that later. Now, this all has to be a chunk of code. So you'll attach a decorator, as they would sometimes call it, I believe, and have this written. You have to have that written. And then you write the certain one that you pick from the website I showed you before. And then you want to look up event types, and then you'd want to put update and then comma, because I have not changed that. I'm sure I feel like it would break my init real code, and I don't play with games because I am just trying to get this project done. And this is what will happen. It will run this. Now what this will do, it will actually send a GET request for information about the session. So this one says, hey, this changed. They sent information about it. And then this one will go and grab and say, oh, what's new about it? Now, the information that you initially get will only be the header. So you get the status from the header, and it automatically is a JSON, and you'll grab the header from it. I mean, you grab the status, which will tell you 200 means, oh, it succeeded. Okay, good job. It happened. Now there's 404 and like some other request means it was broken, wrong address, stuff like that. You can look up the HTTP status responses and figure out what could be wrong in this area. And if it is successful, then we want to send the information inside of it, which is you have to read it. And then you load it into a JSON, and then this becomes a dictionary. Then you take this dictionary and you can read it. You can treat it like the dictionary itself is. So you can go into test, and then let's say inside the game there's teams, which I believe there is. And then you go to the first player and you want to get their ID or something, right? And you will start with ID, and then you have to change that ID to I don't know what it's called, a POO ID. I think it's like personally unique something ID, identification, whatever. So once you get that, then you could transfer it into other GET requests to get information about them, match history, and then use what that match history. You can use more GET requests. You can use every request like this. That is just a basic thing. And you want to do every listening like this. And you want to make sure to have, you want to make sure to have this. I'm not sure if you can get away with these, but they are helpful for troubleshooting your code. Okay, now, and then the final one, it will tell us when the game is over. Now, these both update a lot. So these will, every time something happens, it will change this. Every time something happens at the end, because you go through like 3 sequences, and then there's 3 sequences of each sequence except for one of them, which is third priority, I think, or something. You'll understand what I'm saying later. And what it will do with this code, it will just do a quick grab of the information, which sequence number we're on currently. Not actually the sequence number, but rather the whole thing. And then we're going to print it. Alright, now all my explaining is over. Let's move on to actual me logging in and you seeing what the code does. Oof. So we're going to start up. Now it doesn't do anything. Don't worry yet. Now we're going to log into it. I'm going to log in off screen, and it will appear on my main screen, because that's how League of Legends is coded. Now we're going to log in, and we're going to click the old play button and feed my addiction, of course. Now you'll see that the code says it has connected, so you are now talking with the League of Legends server. You're like, hey, do I need an update? No, okay, blah, blah, stuff like that. And it's still talking right now. Every time you send a request, it will send a request, because this is basically just a web page, and you're getting all your information from the server, like all this stuff, all that stuff. Now a lot of these features are built into it, blah, blah. There's a lot of things you can do. You can actually tell it to change the thing through post. So there's a get, and then there's a post, but I will only be covering get right now. I'm pretty sure you could just change this to post, and then you change it to like, you send data back, but it will tell you in the LCU driver for that kind of stuff. There is a example for that. But I feel like the get methods were a little issue with me, so I got rid of this. Now we're going to go into training, and we're going to enter that. Now let's look at the terminal, not the console, correction. Well, that's wrong too, isn't it? It's output. So once we start it up, oh my god, there's so much information, right? Now you can do a lot with this information, and you can even do some postings like picking champions, picking runes, stuff like that, like how Blitz picks everything for you. And since I'm lazy, I have Blitz, right? It's gonna, I pick this champion, this, and then it checks what has updated about the game, and it sends it to here. Okay, this obviously I didn't build this. This is there's an awesome thing that you can't use. Every time you do anything, it updates. And if you're doing something like Blitz, that is extremely helpful. But if you're someone like me, then that's a pain, and you need to figure out what's what's the same thing about it. Maybe you get the game ID or something, and make sure that you don't get spammed with it. Okay, for right now, we're going to lock in the random button. Leeson, the blind man, yes. We're gonna lock in. That's probably just a post that you're sending in. And we're going to go on. Okay, so all this right now is just a champ select, and it's printing out what it receives from the champ select, and it's only printing ones that it is successful for. Because sometimes, even with the slightest delay, like if you put something and it makes it slow down, and then your thing is too slow to actually get champ select. If you send it right now, it'll be like 404 doesn't exist. But right now it's fine. Oh, no, I don't want to kill it. That would be really bad. So you can have two options if you're practicing it, whether or not if they win or lose, you can press this twice and then surrender. But if you're just trying to do it as fast as possible, there is a win the game button, and pop, there goes the Nexus. Now, this is the end screen, and it sends a message, oh, you're at this part, you're at this part, you're at this part, you're at this part. And that is right here. Oh, these are all the champs, like these are each one. Now it's just basically the same thing with one thing changed in each one, so you'll see. And so yeah, this is how it works. It looks at the information that's sent between the two, and it looks for updates. You can get gets, and you can do post. Post changes things, gets grabs information, and I hope this helps. I know I spent a lot of time on this, and all y'all have a nice day. Goodbye.